Alright, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the Super Eza Goku Black, and if he is the worst Super Eza that we've seen in Dokkan Battle, and if he's just a good unit at all, because I'm seeing a lot of talk about this guy not really being that good, you know, no guard, damage reduction, dodge, just makes him useless, it's an instant fumble, and I do want to talk about that a little, because honestly, I don't really see it. I think this guy's really good. Yes, no guard, no damage reduction, no dodge does suck, especially for the first couple turns with this guy. I used him a little in a private server. The first rotation or two can be difficult with him. You have to build up with him. You got to make sure you're on a full Super Bosses team, or there's a Goku family category enemy. You got to make sure you get a lot of key spheres with him. You got to make sure that, you know, you're getting this off, which I guess really only affects him in slot 2 and 3, so in slot 1, you know, those first couple of attacks, you got to keep in mind, you're not getting this 150% defense. So it's going to be a little tricky with him sometimes. There are things to take into consideration. It's not like Kid Buu, where you just have to build up the damage reduction and then you're fine, right? Defensively, he's amazing, and offensively, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Or this Gotenks, where, you know, you've got the dodge, you've got the damage reduction, you got to build up a little, but it's only 3 attacks and then you're fine. So, you know, some of these Super Ezas were handled a little bit better, but again, I don't think Goku Black is bad. I want to go over his kit really quick, and we'll go over some areas in which I think they absolutely made him crazy, and some areas where they definitely could have improved. But my main point is this guy's not bad. Just because he doesn't have guard, just because he doesn't have damage reduction dodge, doesn't mean he's useless. Still, a good Extreme Class unit. He's supporting Extreme Class for 3 key and 30% the stats. So on a lot of these Extreme Class teams, he's massively buffing them. He does have big bad bosses. I didn't mean to pull this up, but yeah, Inhuman Deeds. This team absolutely sucks, so him being a good support on this category is really good. So just overall, I think he is a really good unit, and I don't want a lot of you to think that he's horrible just because no guard, no damage reduction, dodge. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into his kit. 50% the stats per key sphere obtained. That's really good. I think that's the biggest stat buff we have per key sphere obtained in the game. I think the previous one was 30% the stats per key sphere obtained, so now just going straight to 50%. Obviously, is very good. He has an orb changer as well, so that does complement this very well. He gets 150% the stats when attacking with 3 or more key spheres. Okay, so because of that, I would say put him in slot 2 and 3. That does suck because we do need more slot 1 units, so the fact that this guy is geared more towards slot 2 and 3 because of this, it's unfortunate, but that doesn't mean he's bad, right? You could still just throw him in slot 2 and 3, keep LR half-corrupted Zamasu in slot 1, this guy in slot 2, this guy supporting half-corrupted Zamasu. He's just a really good slot 2 option, and then the LR Zamasu can hold down slot 1 because he's got damage reduction, so you could still make that work, right? But you only get that when you get 3 key spheres, which again isn't going to be difficult because this guy is orb changing. He gets 1 key and 30% the stats with every attack received, up to 5 key and 150% the stats. So once you're fully built up, I mean, that's going to do a decent amount to your damage and your defense, and you're basically guaranteed a super attack. I mean, 5 key on a TUR, that's pretty good. How many attacks is that? I think that's 5. 5 attacks to be fully built up with him. Okay. So for this guy to be in his best defensive scenario, you have to have a full Super Bosses team, or a Goku family category enemy, receive 5 attacks and be in slot 2 and 3, and get a decent amount of key spheres. I mean, that's not crazy difficult. You should be able to get that during most fights, but yeah, I can get why some people wouldn't like the hoops that you have to go through, because those are definitely, again, quite a few hoops you have to go through. So it can be tricky to get this guy in his best situation, but I don't think it's going to be extremely difficult or anything like that. And even if he's not in his best situation, it's not like this guy's not going to be impressive. If you're not fully built up with him, if you only received like an attack or 2, but you get like 9 key spheres with him, yeah, he's going to look really crazy. And then, of course, there's this on Super, or just when attacking, so even if he gets sealed, you can still get the extra 150% defense. And with that, of course, his defense is going to double and then some. So he's going to be impressive. Trust me, this guy's a good unit, just with that alone, and there's still more we have to go over. So then this guy randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. Yeah, that's really good. And then also gets 10% the stats per key sphere obtained when there's another Goku family category enemy, or when all allies attacking in the same turn are Super Bosses category units. Yes, this is so important. This sucks because it might be kind of difficult because Super Bosses sucks, and a Goku family category enemy isn't that common because a lot of these difficult events, you know, they're Extreme Class dominated. But, dude, if you can get this, he's going to be amazing. Now, I think the main thing you're going to want to focus on is a full Super Bosses team. Now, what is that going to look like? That really just depends. Until 9th year anniversary for global players, it's going to be really difficult to do this. But once we get Broly and then a few other buffs, you could make this work. I would say just run him with a lot of other Goku Black units, like, you know, the LR, or not the LR, the Dokkan Fest Goku Black, this physical one, Half Corrupted Zamasu, LR Zamasu, Easy A Rose Goku Black. Not them, they kind of suck now. AGL Transforming Zamasu. And then, yeah, I guess that's it. And then when Anniversary releases, maybe throw like Broly on the team, or this Golden Frieza, because he supports Super Bosses. And then really, that's all you're working with. So I would say that's the biggest drawback of this guy, is just Super Bosses sucks. So we're kind of waiting for that category to get buffed. We're kind of waiting for a Cell Max. We're waiting for, I don't know, what else could we get? Like an LR Hit, an LR Kefla, something like that, just to make this a little bit of a better category. And then this guy will have a slightly better spot, but still, it's not like he's going to link well with those units. So we just need better Goku Black and Zamasu units, and then this guy will be in a much better spot. But let's say you're facing a Goku family enemy. You don't got to worry about this. All the better. You get the extra 10% to stats and Rainbow Orb changing. So now he's getting 60% to stats per Key Sphere obtained. He's got the build-up right here. You get 150% to stats on Super. And then he's Rainbow Orb changing. Obviously, that's very good. And he's a support. And he's got crits. Like, yeah, this guy's going to be looking good. You do got to be a little careful of who you're surrounding him with or what event you're in. But then this guy also gets a chance to perform a critical at plus 20% every time the character receives 3 hits in battle. And then randomly changes a Key Sphere of a certain type other than physical to physical Key Spheres when there's a super class enemy. Okay. Yeah, you might be able to see that somewhat frequently. And then he supports extreme class allies for 3 key and 30% to stats. And then that's it. I'm going to be honest, for what they were working with, no super attack effect change, just the passive change, and, you know, I don't know, I guess there was no guard damage reduction, dodge, any of that really needed to be added. Like, I think with this Gotenks, where is he? Before his Easy A, he had dodge, right? Or before his Super Easy A. No, he didn't. Okay, I thought he had dodge. I was going to say, like, they weren't really working with a whole lot before this guy's Super Easy A, so it would have been kind of difficult just to, like, you know, give him a bunch of things randomly. But I guess that's what these Super Easy A's are about, right? You look at every single one of them, what they've done before their Super Easy A, and then after, they just throw a bunch of random crap in there. So they probably could have gotten away with, like, 3 turns of guaranteed guard, right, for at the start of his appearance or something like that. You could have done that, but I guess it is what it is. If you can baby him for the first couple turns, this guy's going to be amazing, because then you get that build up. You know, defensively, he's going to be insane with all the keys here you're going to be getting. He's got big bad bosses, so that's only going to help him out even more. And then, you know, he's even got the support right here. So overall, yes, he's a great unit. You know, don't get blinded by him just not having guard damage reduction or dodge. But that's not to say he doesn't have his issues. Now, comparing him directly to the other Super Easy A's, yeah, Kid Buu is just way better. Gotenks, I would say, is a little bit better, because this guy's got, like, the support as well, but also the 50% damage reduction. But, oh, don't worry, if you don't have that, you've got, like, a 70% chance to dodge or something like that. He's also getting stats on Super, but combined with damage reduction and then dodge, just makes him better. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I don't know. I think there's an argument that this guy's better than Goku. Well, no. No, Goku Black's better than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I wouldn't say he's better than Gotenks or Kid Buu, but definitely better than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But to be fair, this was the first Super Easy A we had, so he's a little older. But yeah, still, Goku Black, good unit all around. Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking of this guy. I guess it has been the video. Main moral of the story, I guess. Just because a unit doesn't have guard damage reduction dodge doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they have to make up for it with other things in their kit. And between really high stats, because, again, this, and then some crits here, which is going to make his damage look higher, and then a support, and then also orb changing. Also, he's on a lot of really weak extreme class teams. His impact in the game is going to be pretty good. So, overall, I think he's good. Could he have been better? Yes, but it's Dokkan, right? Some units are a hit, some units are a miss. Whatever. Some units are kind of in the middle, which is where I would say this guy is more or less. So, has been the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, let me know how you guys are feeling about Super Easy A Goku Black down in the comments, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.